Welcome to this week's Monday card reading on a Tuesday. So it's a day late. We had a holiday, a family day yesterday here in Canada, in British Columbia. So I spent that day with my kids and did that fun family stuff. So it's a day late. I'm sorry. I am doing what I did last week where I've pulled so basically kind of like two piles. So message one has a pile of cards and message two has a pile of cards. I'll even like show you the pile and maybe you can get that feeling maybe while I do my announcements. But this is pile number one. So if you just want to kind of feel in to see if like this is pile number one's calling you and the message that comes with that, or pile number two, I almost showed you what the actual cards were. So that's pile number two, to see if you connect to that and you just, what message is calling you, and maybe both are calling you, and that's totally okay. I am using 2, 3, 5 card decks because that's what Spirit was calling. So we've got some mermaids, some messages from mermaids. We've got Colette Baron-Reid, the Guides of the Hidden Realms that came forward. Oracle of the Seven Energies, the Shaman's Dream. These are all amazing cards. I love them all. And Inner Child Oracle. And don't mind my stupid nails. I know I usually have them done, and I'm going to call myself out. They had to take them all off. I don't know if I have an allergy to gel nails or something now. Gel polish. So, yep, whatever. It's a thing. It's a thing. I am trying to heal my nails, so no nails for me. No nails for me. All right, so before, as you guys are kind of like feeling into the messages, before I get started with that, yay! Doors are open for registration for our soul activating journey. So this is a program that Mandy and I put together and have run multiple times. And it's just been a beautiful experience to move through that with, tons of students that have kind of moved through that and gone through that personal growth. But we have restructured it this round. So there's been a restructure in the sense of how we move through the 6 months. So it's a 6-month container really meant to help you move through your spiritual journey, spiritual awakening, your healing journey. There's so many things encompassed in it, because when you start to connect to your intuition, you are really coming home to your soul, and healing comes from that as we kind of move through all of that. So it's a beautiful journey to help with like self-empowerment and really reconnecting to yourself. But it runs through, meeting your spirit guide and building that connection, reading energy, understanding energy and how it's all around us and affecting us and what it feels like in our body, to the Akashic Records, which is this wealth of knowledge. You want to know everything and anything, you go to the Akashic Records. You can go to learn about everything and anything, or you can go individually to learn about your own soul, whether that's past lives, your purpose, and soul contracts. There's so much. It's amazing. And we're restructuring it in the sense of really kind of adding in healings along the way. So in the past, we have done, we've ended it with like Soul Star Healer, which is really kind of moving into healings that you do for yourself and healings that you can do for others. And we're kind of just dismantling that and sprinkling it through the whole program. So there's integration, there's that work, because it really does fall hand in hand as you move through it. And that is something we have witnessed over and over and over again as we've run through these programs with different students. So that's why we are kind of restructuring it that way. There will be, bi-weekly practice connections that we would get together over Zoom to practice your intuition. That's that's really like the magic of being able to understand and trust your intuition. And that's what we're here for, is to help you recognize and trust your intuition, because then you can start moving through life, expanded and being able to understand when things are meant for you and when they're not meant for you. And it just, yeah, very empowering. So registration has opened for that. It is starting. So first class will start on March 24th, but you can look at our website for more details about it, and get yourself registered. There is, a limited spots, because we do like to keep it intimate, so that, being able to hold space for the journey, for everybody. So to be intimate enough that I can do that, for everybody. So if you're interested, then definitely go check that out. You can feel free to book a clarity call with me. So that's just a free clarity call to talk about, if this program's right for you. And yeah, there it is. Or you just send me a DM or a message and I can answer any questions. It is just like that, but I absolutely love this container. So yay! I think that's everything. Okay, Allison, let's get to it. So card pile, so message one. So these are the cards that I pulled. So we've got a horned cactus. Let's just hide these hideous nails of mine. Letting go. And be still. So let's just see. So the message the energy I'm feeling from this is I feel an energy of injustice, or like this, a feeling of there's been an injustice, feeling of hurt, that, yeah, so I'm like, I just kind of feel this prickly energy, of that's maybe something's happened, or whether you feel like somebody hasn't been fair, or that you were hurt by somebody. I can feel this kind of, this energy there. And what it feels like is, because, yeah, let me just see, because I'm like, I feel like the message is kind of going within and sitting with this hurt, maybe betrayal, maybe injustice, and sitting with this energy, and really kind of, it feels like sitting with this energy and going within. It's going to give you this time and space to allow you to really understand how you feel about it, because it kind of feels like I feel like a lot of energy is going outwards. And so whether that's outwards, like projecting outwards, like you're projecting outwards, or a lot of energy is like coming in and like clouding it. And it feels like there's needs to be this like time to kind of like separate yourself from all of it, and go within and go quiet to truly understand where it kind of anchors and feels, within yourself. Where does it land within yourself? And so to let go of, all the outside noise or expectations of maybe how you should feel. Yeah. And even in the sense of, because like they're kind of showing me, it feels like this will help you to be able to release and move forward. So we can get stuck in this kind of, especially when there's an injustice, and I am definitely one that I can get fired up when I feel that there's an injustice. And we can kind of like ruminate in that energy and just kind of swirl in it and not be able to come out of it, type of thing. So it's very easy to just kind of like be narrowed into it and be like, no, but this is wrong, and this is clearly wrong, and I don't want to come out of it. And I know how hard I definitely have things in my life that I struggle with, coming out of when I see something that's viscerally wrong, or that, yeah. And so this is kind of like, it just kind of feels like moving through this kind of exercise of really kind of sitting with it and understanding it, and even facing the idea of letting it go and releasing it, what that would look like, what you would need to be able to do that, at the same time. This kind of quiet is going to give you that solitude, to go within, and even like giving you that time to be angry within that space. It doesn't mean you're going quiet and you're just gonna, it just feels like allowing yourself to stay within your thoughts. So if that's crying, if that's anger, if that's whatever it is, but allowing all of that to come in so that you are able to then kind of like transmute it, move through it, to release it. Because at the end of the day, you continue in that suffering the longer you keep that held within your body. And, it's understanding like, where can I kind of move forward? And this picture is kind of really pulling me into it, where it's like the stormy waters and all this storm around, but like off in the horizon, you can see these beautiful lights and the auroras and this, this magnificent, this beauty that is maybe where you're at right now, you cannot even imagine seeing that. But knowing that that is there once you kind of move through this more difficult part of it, of whatever you're moving through. So there is that hope, that magic beyond that. I'm going on way too long, so we're going to go to message number 2. So this one, I got a higher view, the sovereignty of magic, and netcasters, preparations to come to fruition. All right, so this one, I am definitely feeling like, okay, let me just, so, oh yeah, so I was feeling like this energy of like feeling stuck. So, I kind of like have this image of somebody like brainstorming or like in it, and like, maybe was building momentum of something, or was building upon something, or making plans for something, and I just kind of feel this energy of like, then it came to a halt, or got stuck, or you're not sure how to kind of go to the next phase or stage of it. So whether that's you're creating something to present to the world, like a business or something, whether that's a relationship, whether that's even just your path in life, where you kind of felt like you had momentum, and then now you're just like stopped, and you're like, what do I do? I get that energy from this. And so part of what it feels like Spirit is saying is to get out of this stuckness. It's kind of like, it's like plucking you from right here, and where all you're kind of seeing is what's in front of you, and kind of like plucking you up and being like, okay, let me take a step back and let me start to see this from all angles. So from that like bigger perspective, not the human perspective in that sense, but this higher perspective. So if you were watching this, it's kind of this analogy, like say you were watching yourself on TV, and as a viewer, you're watching what's going on in your life right now. What would you be yelling at the screen for that person to do? So when you like watch a movie, and you're like, no, like choose the guy, or run away, you're gonna be murdered. Whatever it is, it's like, if you could be a spectator and be watching yourself, what would you be yelling for you to do? Kind of just sit with that a little bit. I'm not sure, that just came in, but this is where it feels it's kind of like coming outside of yourself and seeing something from a different perspective, a higher perspective, and where to kind of move through. It also feels like Spirit is skillfully placing synchronicities in your path, whether that's already happening or it's going to start happening, or maybe you're just going to become aware of it because of saying this. But to be kind of open to watching for it. Like, don't dismiss things that are kind of like, so if it's repeating numbers, if you're seeing numbers coming in, if you're seeing animals, like anything like that, pay attention, because it's going to also give you clues and inspire you for like, what's the next move to move forward, because I feel like it's just right there. It's coming real fast. All right. I hope these messages resonated, and definitely reach out if you have any questions. And yeah, I hope you have a fantastic week. We will see you next time. Bye.